All right, I'm making this video because it's so easy to look at your monthly payment and think of your house as costing as much as the full payment every month. And it does from a month-to-month standpoint, but in the future, you can get rewarded financially for making these payments in a few ways. So I want you to see the real monthly cost of the home. That's not counting the fixes, maintenance, and improvements. Along the way, it is smart to add that in to the real cost, but in any case, the real cost is much lower than you might think. So here's what you do. All right, you take your payment and subtract 1, the principal balance reduction, which increases more and more with each payment you make. Okay, then you subtract 2, the tax deductibility, which does decrease each year, and this depends on a couple factors. But then you also subtract number 3, the home appreciation out of it. So let's say you bought a house for $500,000. Okay, you put down 10% and you got a rate of 5.5%. It cost you $3,300 a month. That's principal, interest, taxes, insurance, mortgage insurance, and HOA if any. So number 1, the principal reduction the first month is $493. So you take that out. Then number 2, let's say you save $3,000 at the end of the year on your tax bill. So you divide that by 12 to get the monthly amount of that saving expense, and that's $250 a month. So you take that out. And then number 3, say the home appreciates at 5% per year, right? And it gained $25,000 in its first year. So you divide that $25,000 by 12 to get the monthly amount. So you get $2,084. So $3,300, the full monthly payment, equals $473 a month. Now, I'd be a used car salesman if I didn't tell you to take into account your entry and exit closing costs. That's usually around 2% to buy and 6% to sell. Okay, so if that's $50K total, meaning it costs you $10,000 to buy a house at $500,000, that's 2% of 500. And then it costs you $40,000 to sell that home when it was worth $670,000. 6 years later, that's 6% of 670. You have the home for 6 years, and then there's 72 months in 6 years. So you divide that $50,000 by 72, and you get a monthly cost of those closing costs spread out over the term you own the house of $695. Okay, so then you add that to the $473 a month to get a grand total real monthly cost of $1,168 roughly. I mean, guys, how freaking cool is that? All right, this is why people buy houses. It's not just for the yard or to get their kids into a good school. It's in the long run when you consider all the costs and benefits.